Barcelona beat Mallorca 3 goals to 0 at the Spotify Camp Nou with a heavily rotated lineup, yet it was still dominant. Lamine scored a banger, and Marc Bernal scores his first goal for the club, and he took his goal very well. And without further ado, let's get into the game. So the first half was nothing special. I mean, we had a heavily rotated lineup, so you could kind of expect that. But yeah, the first half wasn't amazing. We did get robbed of a penalty though. Lamine got fouled in the box. I don't know how much more clear it needs to be for it to be a pen. Clear pen, no doubt about it. We got robbed out of that. But yeah, as far as the Barcelona side of the game, there wasn't much to talk about. But for Mallorca, that one ex Lamas or the ex Barca player, which one was it? Was it Virgili? Juan Virgili? That guy was absolutely cooking Kunde. Kunde, Kunde. To be fair, he did better in the second half. But wow, in that first half, he was getting cooked, man. And this is no disrespect to the guy, but this is Virgili, bro. He's a random 19-year-old. Bro, we versed Atletico next week, and we got UCL coming up. If Kunde performs this bad against Virgili, how bad is he gonna do against Lokman, against Mbappe, like later in the next Clasico, against like Dembele or like Kavara, like bro, I'm not confident. I'm not confident with Kunde at right back, man. I say this every game. He's been so bad this season defensively. I mean, and going forward, but it's really sad to see. Like it's the most random fall off. But I say this every video, so I'm not gonna flame him this time. But yeah, he was getting cooked, and I don't know why Virgili got subbed off because he was playing good. And yeah, there was two ex Barca players actually. 'Cause Pablo Torre was on, but Pablo Torre wasn't amazing. But Virgili was actually pretty good. So yeah, Kunde had a disaster class in the first half. But the second half, he somewhat made up for. He was pretty solid. But yeah, that's pretty much everything in the first half. Those are the only two things I wanted to talk about. There was nothing, like I said, there was not much in the first half. The second half, though, Flick subs on, he subs on Bernal, Ferran, and then later he subs on Cancelo, Bardaggi, and Tommy Marquez makes his debut for the Barca first team. But I'll get into that after. Um, so yeah, in the second half, things were looking a lot better. Rashford had a free kick early in the half, but it got blocked by the wall, which apparently the wall was a couple steps too close. So if that's true, another referee mistake, but you know, now it's not too big of a deal. It wasn't like life or death, you know what I mean? It wasn't a game breaking or game changing moment. And yeah, Casado also had a very, very good volley. He volleyed it, it deflected off the defender. Well, not deflected, the defender hit off the defender's head, and it almost curled right into the top right corner, but it went for it hit the post and went for a corner. But yeah, it was like millimeters away from being an absolute banger, bro. So very unlucky for Mark Casado. Fermin had a good shot as well. It was on his weak foot near post, and I believe it went wide. But yeah, it was a good chance by Fermin. It was very close. Then, not too long after that, Lamine scores an absolute banger, man. He was right outside the box in the center, and he just curls it bottom right corner like nothing. Did the keeper even move? I don't. The keeper didn't see it coming. I'm not sure if he dove. He didn't completely dive though, but yeah, perfect placement, bottom right corner, and now it's 2-0. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the goal in the first half, bro. Lebo scored a weird ass goal. Like it it was like a ping pong ball, bro. It was like what is that game called in the arcade? It just kept bouncing back and forth, and Lebo got the goal. So yeah, now it's 2-0 after the Lamine goal. I'm sorry I forgot to talk about that. That was a crazy slip up. And yeah. So after Lamine's goal, Bernal gets subbed on, and he almost instantly gets an assist, or he almost gets the assist. He makes a beautiful cross to Eric Garcia, but Eric Garcia just couldn't get to it. There was a point in the game where Mallorca's press was looking really good, but Barcelona was looking even better the way they were escaping the press. I mean, even Juan Garcia dribbled two guys. Was it lucky? Probably, but he dribbled two guys. Like, bro, our keep if Ter Stegen, no disrespect to Ter Stegen, bro, but at this age, if he was doing that, he would have got cooked. Even back then, to be fair, but let me give him an excuse. But yeah, Mallorca's press was looking really good, which was kind of scaring me, but Barca was dealing with it properly, dealing with it very well as well. So yeah, I just wanted to give Mallorca a little bit of credit for that, and Juan Garcia. But yeah, we got a great counter attack. I think it was after that play of Juan Garcia dribbling a couple guys, but it was missed unfortunately. And I find this happens a lot. A lot of times, one of the wingers tries to pass it into the box, but there's no one in the box. In the past couple games, I've seen it a lot, man. There was a lot of times where that happened, where it was like not a tap in, but it was a very good chance for a striker to just blast it and it goes in. So I'm not blaming that on anybody, you know what I mean? But yeah, if we could learn to like put those away, we can get a few more goals every game because we get those chances a lot. And yeah, Lamine got subbed off and he got a standing ovation. Just wanted to throw that out there. It was at the Camp Nou, but yeah, Lamine Yamal, special player. I don't know how many standing ovations he's gotten already. He got one at the Bernabeu a couple years ago as well. So yeah. Next, oh yeah, I believe it was Fermin. He misplaced the pass horribly, which led to a one-on-one chance from the Mallorca player with Joan Garcia. And Joan Garcia was more on the right side, on his left side, and the player shoots it at that left side for some reason instead of hitting on the right. And yeah, but that was good from Joan Garcia to to see that coming. If he's seen that coming, I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm giving him praise for no reason, but yeah, that player really squandered the chance, but it was good from Joan Garcia to save that. And yeah, and then later, almost at the end of the game, Marc Bernal, he scores an absolute beauty. He makes a great run. He dribbles past a few players. He sends one flying, and he gets very fortunate with the finish because it hits off a player and goes in the bottom right corner. But yeah, man, he was so calm, so composed. He sent a player flying, man. What a first goal. First of many, hopefully. And man, it feels so nice. Marc Bernal, every game, I feel like he's improving. So I really do love to see it. Flick loves him for a reason. And I hope to see him here for a long time. And hopefully he becomes a starter. And yeah, that's pretty much everything in the game. I'll just go through the lineup. So Juan Garcia, he made a few great saves and he dribbled past a couple players. Juan Garcia was solid today, clean sheet. You know, there's nothing I can nitpick. Kunde was not great. First half was horrendous. Second half though, he's pretty solid. So yeah, Kunde had an okay game. You know, it evens out. Kubarsi and Eric Garcia, they were very solid at the back today. They didn't really have any clear chances. Mallorca had no clear chances. The only clear chance they had was from when Fermin literally gave them the ball. I believe it was Fermin, by the way. If it's not Fermin, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Fermin. But yeah, like I said, Kubarsi and Eric Garcia, very solid today. I'm very happy. Balde, yeah, Balde was pretty solid today as well. Going forward, I think he put a couple good crosses in, but yeah, it looks like he's improving a little in the final third. He didn't get an assist or anything, but the crosses were looking. He had a couple crosses that looked pretty good. So hopefully Balde can keep improving, and this is the perfect time to peak. So if he peaks now, I won't complain, bro. I won't care what happened later, in the beginning of the season, because going forward, these are the most important times. So yeah, solid. Or Balde he was solid. He was pretty good. We had Casado in the midfield. Um, yeah, Casado, Olmo, and Fermin. I'm gonna start with Casado. I mentioned that Casado volley that almost went in. Um, excuse me. Casado is okay. Like Casado is decent. I just when Casado was playing last season when he was the starter, he was looking a lot better. So I don't think he has the confidence right now to play as good as he did last season. He is a little bit sloppy. I don't know if it's due to lack of playing time or if it's just confidence, but yeah, Casado was okay though. Like I'm not saying he played bad or anything. Like he didn't make any crazy mistakes. Like I said, he almost scored that goal. It's like the third time I said that, bro. Why do I keep repeating myself? But I feel like sometimes he's a little too sloppy though. Um, I don't want to nitpick too much though. So he didn't make any crazy mistakes. So I'll say Casado was decent. Olmo had a great game. Olmo had a great game. He had 2 assists. and some of the passes he was making today were insane. He created 4 chances, and it says he had yeah, cut that part out. Yeah, he had 2 assists today, and he created 4 chances, and yeah, he was looking dangerous today. A lot of the passes he was making was great. So it's looking like a Pedri situation, like, I mean, I still think he's better at camp, but you never know. Maybe he is better as a DM. Maybe this is his role, but I don't think so though. But yeah, Olmo since getting put in the DM position, his first game wasn't great, but after that he's been very solid, man. I'm very happy with Olmo, and he's getting more consistent. So I'm very happy to see that. Very happy to see that. It's been a while since he got injured too. So hopefully I didn't jinx it or anything, but yeah, I'm very happy with Olmo. Fermin got an assist today as well. Fermin was solid. Was he had a couple chances to get a goal. I wouldn't say he was unlucky to not get a goal, but yeah, he was looking solid. His shots were good. He was making some good passes as well, some good link up, and he was solid. Lamine Yamal was on the right, and Lamine Yamal scored that banger. Lamine Yamal played a couple good balls in as well. He had a couple good dribbles, and it's the same thing every game. Like, if Lamine Yamal doesn't score or assist, he never really has a bad game. The only time I think he had a bad game was when he was injured. When he had that injury and was playing with that injury. That's the only time I think he was like not himself. But like ever since then, like even if he doesn't score or assist, his dribbles or the passes he makes or the crosses he puts in, like he has so much to offer, man. He's such a complete player. And his finishing, like he scored 5 games in a row. So if he can keep his finishing up, like he's gonna look very dangerous, man. Very dangerous. He's still 18 years old, so he has a lot of Ballon d'Ors that he could win. So yeah, Lamine was good. Yeah, that's enough of the glaze. Lamine was good. Lewandowski, he was okay. Lewandowski scored that goal in the first half. Yeah, he put in a goal today. Past couple games he hasn't scored, and in the time he played, he was okay. I don't think he missed any big chances from what I remember. So yeah, that's already better than the past couple games. So Lewandowski was okay today. Rashford, the only thing, like, Rashford is very weird because Rashford can also put in great crosses. He can dribble. He can take on his man. He makes great runs, but his finishing sometimes is abysmal, bro. It is horrible. I don't think today it was that bad. Like today he didn't miss crazy chances, but there was a couple of chances he missed. But they weren't as bad as they were like last game. So I just hope Rashford can improve his finishing. And yeah, because otherwise, other than the finishing, his set pieces are great. His set pieces are great, even when he's not shooting. Like the crosses he put in are amazing. Even just the crosses without the set pieces are amazing. He makes great runs. So I hope he can get his finishing up because I think that's just a confidence thing. And yeah, Rashford was decent as well. Bernal got subbed on. Bernal was solid and he scored his goal. I'm very proud of Bernal. Very proud of him. And yeah, I already said what I needed to say earlier, but I hope he stays a long time. Farhan got subbed on. Farhan wasn't great. He didn't play that much. He played like 20-ish minutes, but yeah, Farhan wasn't great. He missed a couple chances, and he didn't really get into the game. Cancelo and Bardarji got subbed on as well, and they both also played like 20-ish minutes, or not even. They played like 10-ish minutes. They both couldn't really get into the game either. None of them did anything bad, but they were just there, But we were already up 3-0, so there wasn't much for them to do. Then, Tommy Marcus made his debut. He played a good like 5 minutes. There's nothing to really talk about. He didn't do much because he was there for not a long time. But yeah, I heard the commentators talking about him, and Hansi Flick rates Tommy Marcus. There's a lot of players that people say are better at the Barca Athletic, but um, Hansi Flick seen something in Tommy Marcus that he liked. So hopefully he could get more playing time and he can show what he's really about because today there was nothing to show. And Yeah, he didn't do anything bad, didn't do anything good. Like he played 5 minutes, right? There's nothing to analyze. And yeah, overall that was the game. Very happy with the way it went. We got a clean sheet, which we don't get very often, so I'm very happy about that. And our next game is on Thursday against Atletico Madrid. Now, Atletico Madrid are very weird because they just demolished Real Betis in the Copa del Ray. They beat them 5-0. But today, as I'm recording on Sunday, they just lost 1-0 to Betis. So you cook them 5-0 a few days ago, and now you're losing 1-0 a few days later. Very weird. I like after the 5-0, I was kind of scared. I'm like, yo, Atleti might be serious. But then they lose 1-0. I'm still like obviously it's gonna be a very tough game. Very tough game. But now it's two legs since it's the semifinals. And this is a rerun of what happened last year. I mean, last year we had them as well in the semis. It was 4-4 the first game. We were down 2-0, up 4-2, 4-4. Then the second leg, we won 1-0. And that was one of the best defensive games I've seen from Barcelona in my life. That second leg. Honestly, they were very solid defensively. So hopefully it's not as tight this time. Hopefully Barcelona win comfortably. But the most important thing is that we win. It doesn't matter if it's comfortably, uncomfortably, if it's like deserved, undeserved. We need the win. But I would prefer if it's comfortable, and maybe we could bring that confidence to the UCL because in the UCL this season we haven't been the best. We lost to PSG and we lost to Chelsea. So I think this is a real diamond tester game. Or this tie is a diamond tester tie. Not necessarily the first leg, but the second leg. If we win this leg and we play good in the second leg, I'll feel a lot more confident with this team. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the game. That's pretty much all I wanted to say about that Atletico game as well. They just signed Lookman, who's looking pretty solid. I mean, he scored a goal and got 2 assists, I believe, in that game. He scored a goal and got an assist against Betis in the Copa del Ray. So yeah, I think he's gonna be a good signing for him though. Lookman is a great player. There was like all the teams that really wanted him for a reason. I know Inter wanted him, but they didn't want to sell him to Inter. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Thursday for the game against Atletico. Peace out.